right. Sorry, everybody. Oops. It's 7:03 and we are starting our regular meeting. Apologies, there's a few technical difficulties there, but we are up and running. So it's Tuesday, December 16th, 2025, and I'm calling to order our regular council meeting for the Township of Nipigon. Start with our land acknowledgement. In the spirit of reconciliation, the Corporation of the Township of Nipigon respectfully acknowledges it is located on the traditional lands of the Red Rock Indian Band, signatory to the Robinson Superior Treaty of 1850, and the township further respectfully acknowledges the historic presence of other signatories on these lands. All right, item number 1, are there any addendums to the agenda? Nope. Okay, seeing none. Are there any disclosures of pecuniary interest this evening? Seeing none, we'll move on to item number 3, approval of previous council minutes. That's from December 3rd, 2025. We have a resolution for that. Anybody have any comments or concerns with those minutes? Nope. All right, so, before I begin, just wanted to acknowledge that Councillor Westhaver has sent her regrets as she is not feeling well, and our student councillors have sent their regrets as they're very busy with their tests and assignments this week, so they are unable to attend today, so they sent their regrets. Who would like to move the approval of our December 3rd meeting minutes? Okay, Councillor Harper. Seconded by? Councillor Hart. Scooped you. So this is resolution 2025-282, moved by Councillor Harper, seconded by Councillor Hart. Be it resolved that this council approves the regular regular meeting minutes of December 3rd, 2025 as presented. All in favor? Opposed? And carried. All right, next on the agenda, we have finance 4A, tax write-offs, rebates, and adjustments for 2025. Did we have any questions for that one? Nope. Is there anything that you want to say, Tim, about this one?
No, just the both of those adjustments come from reassessments. We have no say over them.
Okay.
And then can just read the roll number and the totals, I think, and that will suffice for the resolution.
Okay, perfect. All right, who would like to move this resolution? Councillor Harper, seconded by? Councillor Cartwright? Okay, so this is resolution 2025-283, moved by Councillor Harper, seconded by Councillor Cartwright. Be it resolved that this council hereby approves the following tax write-offs, charitable rebates and adjustments. Concession for lot 7319101, account 13756, type exempt, year 2025, assess RTP $1,183.26. The next one is concession 3, lot 14, roll number 3159, account 8880, type is minutes. 2025 year RTP, and the amount is $3,301 for a total of $4,484.26. All in favor? Opposed? And carried. Okay, next we have item 4B under finance, tax rebate application for 2024 by Nipigon District Memorial Hospital. And so did you want to maybe explain, Tim, why we have this from 2024 real quick, if you could?
Sure. So under our new charitable rebate bylaw, the charitable rebates are automatically approved as long as they're eligible by staff. This rebate application was submitted after the deadline. So they're asking essentially that the deadline be extended for that. It's for the hospitals, I understand it. It's for the building in which the doctor's offices are located. So it's not the whole hospital. The previous correspondence between my predecessor and the hospital suggested support from staff for the application. So I recommend granting it. I don't recommend any further extensions of deadlines, but in this case, to accommodate them, they're important partners. And as I mentioned, the correspondence indicated staff support, so I continue that staff support.
Okay, does anyone have any further questions for Tim on this one? Comments? No. Okay, who would like to move this resolution? Councillor Hart, seconded by Councillor Cartwright. Resolution 2025-284, moved by Councillor Hart, seconded by Councillor Cartwright. Be it resolved that this council hereby approves the charitable rebate for 2024 for the property at 125 Hogan Road, roll number 2-278 on behalf of the Nippigan District Memorial Hospital in the amount of $7,706.22. All in favor? Opposed? And carried. Okay, next we have 4C, which is the OPP 2026 annual billing statement. So this, we don't have a resolution for this, so this is for information.
It's quite thorough.
Yes, very thorough. If anyone is interested, all of the information, all of the packages obviously posted on our website for people to look and read through. It is interesting to see all the different types of calls and how many there have been historically, and it goes to 2024 and then gives an average, et cetera, et cetera. Just for people's information, 2025, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Tim, but 2025, the grand total that we paid for the OPP was $435,000, $435,958. And then this current one, I think this is without the what do you call it? What is it? The variances or adjustments, sorry. This is without an adjustment. But so this is kind of what they're looking at billing, and then this is actually with the 11% rebate, which is 483,000, or it's a 11% cap, not 11% rebate. This is with the 11% cap that they told us about. So it's up to $483,938. So it has gone up about $50,000 from last year, which is what it is. It's better than 18%, which is what they decided to try and do last year. And then we advocated for a 5% cap, and this is an 11% cap, but it's better than 18%. That's all I gotta say about that. Does anyone have any comments or questions or anything like that? No. Anything to say? You're on the board, so the police board, so just wondering if there's anything else to. No, it's pretty detailed and complete, so. Okay, so that was just information. So again, when people talk about what their taxes pay for, what is our budget normally? About $4.5 million a year with everything all in, and OPP is over 500,000. Big joke, about $500,000. So we do want to be safe, and if we were doing the police on our own, it would be a lot more than that. So and they do a good job. So it's expensive, but again, it's a service that we need. And that's part of what we pay for with our taxes. So. All right, next on the agenda is item 5A. So this is Council Business Administration. So this is the CAO report 25/12/16/01 on the senior snow removal subsidy pilot program. So as it states in Tim's report here, this is something, as you might recall, we tried last year, putting out a request for quotes for local folks who do plowing to try and do that model that they do in Terrace Bay. We received no responses for that, probably, as Tim says in the report, because it was a bit cumbersome. Wanting to push forward with that is a little bit more, sorry, a train just went by. Wanting to continue with doing something for seniors who have to, plow their way out of their driveways, and who are low income. We came up with this, so just wondering if there's any comments or anything, in regards to, the report.
I think it's a good thing to try.
Anybody else? Sorry, no, go ahead.
So they have to find somebody themselves to do it, and then they get the rebate?
Right, so that takes out any sort of work on the township's end. I know that some communities, that their public works guys or gals do the plowing. There's all different ways of skinning a cat, right? So I think, what's in here is probably something that's the most, sustainable for us, and you know, with the level of service that we have to keep, with our own stuff getting, sorry, my face is driving me nuts. I can hear the feedback. So with the you know, the work that our public works folks have to do, and then if there's anything that we have to do involving staff, you know, basically with this, they just have to take the applications and then go through them, approve them or not, and then write a check. So
Are we providing the seniors with a list of people who, no, they have to find that?
yeah, I'm sure that if they're already getting their driveways plowed, then they already have people doing it. So it's just to give them a rebate for what they're already paying. I took pieces of this over to the Silver Club last week, and I think there was about eight folks there, and just sort of chatted with them about it, and they said that it seemed to be pretty fair and pretty workable. And they didn't seem to have any issues, so I think it might be a good thing to give it a go. And I like the idea of having them fill out like a little survey with comments, input about the program to see how it worked for them and everything. It sounds like people have spent between $500 and $700 a season, minus any crazy season that we had a few years ago with no snow. But on a regular season, you know, between $500 and $700 they'll pay. So we're looking at, we're rebating about 30 to 50% of their costs. So. All right. Okay, so we have a resolution for this. Who would like to move? Councillor Harper, seconded by Councillor Hart. Resolution 2025-285, moved by Councillor Harper, seconded by Councillor Hart. Be it resolved that this council receives CAO report 25-12-16-01 for information as presented, and that this council directs staff to implement the senior snowplow removal subsidy program as described therein with a total maximum budget of $5,000. All in favor? Opposed? And carried. Okie dokie.
Just in time for Thursday.
Yeah, right. How quick can we go? And again, if anyone out there who's listening virtually, they can look on the in the package to see what the program is going to be about, and when they can look to start applying. There's going to be information coming out soon from our staff to get people to fill out a simple application form. So. Okay, next, 6A, sundries, December 3rd, 2025. Nippigan Fire Department meeting minutes, and these are all for information. But we'll go through each one and see if anyone has any comments in regards to any of these. So does anyone have anything on the fire minutes? This was from December 3rd. Okay. I just have one question. So I don't see in the minutes any kind of update or plan, or maybe I missed it, for that training for people to start completing the training that we have to have done by July 1st, I think, right? Yeah.
I did ask John Maydell to mention that the training dollar, excuse me, that the training dollars were there and.
Mhm.
Cause I'm not sure if everybody knows. I think everybody knows now. I was
Yeah.
hoping that would maybe light a fire somewhere. It's gonna be challenging, I think.
Well, I think we only have one
Yeah.
that's been
Loretta.
trained, just, so Loretta will be out there by herself come July 1st.
No stress.
But yeah, I think, I would like to see, I think, what, do they meet once every 2 weeks or once a month?
Once a month.
Once a month.
Yeah.
So it
I
would be.
wasn't at this one because the council meeting was changed day for the
Oh,
training.
right,
Yeah.
right, because they meet on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So, if you could, when you're at the next
Yeah,
one,
for sure,
if you
yeah.
could mention it
Yeah.
and really, let them know that this is, it's
I know.
horrible, but there's nothing we can do about it. We're
We are
advocating.
lobbying on the other side. too,
Yes,
right?
yeah,
so-
at Roma, we are lobbying to have it extended, and I'm hoping that they'll at least extend it. I don't think they're gonna eliminate that requirement, but they will
Give us
extend
more
it,
time,
maybe,
maybe.
yeah. So we'll see what happens, but in the
Maybe some
meantime,
training resources like a train the trainer kind of a thing or something like that.
Mhm.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
yeah, something like that to make it a little easier for people. But, yeah, anything else on fire? All right, next we have the Nipigon Public Library Board minutes from October 29th. This is again just for information. Does anyone have any questions or comments on that? All right. December 9th, 2029, Nipigon Museum Committee minutes.
Sorry, that's a typo. I'm pretty sure it was 2025.
Jeez, did I read 2029?
Yeah, well, I typed it, so.
But I like,
I heard 2025.
it's funny how we just like, I knew what you meant, but then I probably read 2029 too, because.
It goes back to that time machine.
There's the time machine. We're moving forward in the time machine 4 years. All right. Does anyone have any comments for the 2025 minutes? I think,
They
what do I
were
have here?
sent to you under a separate.
Oh, yeah.
item.
Oh, is that in the next?
It's in the part B.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, mine are not in the part B. Mine is,
My libraries are.
oh, the museum, right. Okay.
Museum.
Oh, so then, okay, the museum, so it's out of order then. So in my package here, what we have next in the package is the NOMA,
Okay.
the NOMA stuff. So we'll go back to the museum minutes when we get to the part B of the package. So does anyone have any questions about NOMA? We've sort of got lots of information about what they're advocating for and everything, so it's nothing new. Highway safety and all of that jazz. December 9th, 2025, Ministry of Emergency Preparedness and Response memo to heads of council, Emergency Management Modernization Act, achieves royal assent. That is for information. Anyone have any comments about that? And then we have this No More Loopholes Act, fact sheet and letter of support. So really quick, from my understanding, so I'll just read it real quick, quote here. Currently, Canadian exports of military goods and technologies are subject to the export and import permits tax and the arms trade treaty, except for when we're exporting to the USA. And that's a loophole. That's what we're talking about when we say No More Loopholes Act. So basically what this is asking is to change that so that the USA is treated the same as every other country that we deal with when we're exporting military type products and the parts that can be used for guns and those types of things. Does anyone have any comments or?
So we will not be sending them parts
Well,
that they can use to make.
yeah,
That's the loophole. We can't send them whole machinery,
But we're
but we can
still
send them
sending-
parts
but we're
and then
still
they
sending
send them.
parts.
but there's no, yeah, like
the legislation to stop that, us,
Yeah.
at this point from
To,
sending.
to find out, like, to have them say what they're using them for and all that kind of stuff and
There's a
limiting that.
loophole you can drive a tank through,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they're doing.
which exactly, by parts,
Piece by piece.
piece by piece it goes through.
Yep. And I guess, well, that's been happening since 2019, I think.
That's only because of the other law, that's when the other law came in effect, it was happening long before that.
Okay, so do we have someone to move this? Counselor Hart? Anyone to second? Counselor Cartwright? All right, so this is resolution 2025-286, moved by Counselor Hart, seconded by Counselor Cartwright. Be it resolved that this council supports the private members bill C-233, No More Loopholes Act, and its aim to close the loophole that exempts exports to the United States from oversight, require permits, risk assessments, and transparency for all US bound arms exports, and bring Canada into compliance with its obligations under the Arms Trade Treaty. All in favor? Opposed and carried. Oh, you learn something new every day. I did not know any of that, so that's really great that we have some MPs that are on top of this stuff that can bring it to our attention. It's wonderful. Okay, we have a public works area here, but no reports. Is Taylor on the line? Taylor, is there anything you wanna, I know you don't have a report here, but is there anything that you'd like to update us on or chat about or anything?
Nothing from me.
Okay, just making sure. Didn't want.
Yep.
Yep, and then we have economic development and we have our economic development officer here. Brianna, do you have anything you wanna update us on or that didn't make it into the package or anything like that? Nope.
Not to me.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Okay. Oh my goodness, that was quick. Yay. And yeah, it's a good time to have a quick council meeting in December. Okay, so we're gonna go on to any other business. So is there any other business? And I guess I'm gonna start, I usually start to the left.
The museum.
Oh, sorry, the museum.
Yeah.
Thank you. I knew that was too good to be true. That's okay. We have to look at this museum stuff, which is great. Everything is looking great with the museum, getting lots done. So this is December 9th, 2025. And this is again, just for information. And so we have Brianna here who was at the meeting and Gail was at the meeting who's away sick. So if there's any questions from the museum minutes, then we can ask Brianna and she can try to answer. Does anyone have any?
I got a couple of questions.
Yeah, go ahead, Craig.
In regards to the dump cards, are people have to come in and get them or?
For the museum? Sorry,
No.
we're at the museum right now.
Oh, okay, I thought we.
I forgot that we're on the
switched.
second, we had to go to package B
Okay.
because the package
For
was
the
too large.
museum anyways, I like the way they're keeping track of things.
Okay, Yeah.
So,
okay. Yeah, I like
sorry,
to
thought
see
we
it.
went on.
No, that was my mistake. I'm sorry. So yeah, it is great to see that all of the things that are being, you know, like the approved, pending, completed, all that kind of stuff. So ongoing, so we can see what's happening, right? Does anyone have anything else to? I do. So there's one thing in here that, and I know it had been mentioned before and we didn't make a comment on it because I forgot. Council and the EDO work with the museum to prepare and install an information placard at the lookout highlighting the angling legacy of Nipigon. Here's my opinion on that. There's a lot of stuff up there now. There's a lot. We have our town panel with the map and everything. We have a bench that's interpretive for that the M&R donated. That's really beautiful right by there. We have a couple of MTO. Well, it was partnership between Parks Canada, Red Rock Indian Band, Nipigon, and the MTO. We have a couple of those panels up there. We have the Group of 7 panel, and we have the Norval Morrisville panel, and we're gonna have a kiosk up there too. And we have the Circle Tour kiosk. I don't think we need another panel up there here, but here's the other thing. Part of those MTO panels were placed down 3 of them are placed on the actual bridge that goes across. It's the Nipigon River Bridge. There's 3 that are on, like, right in the middle of the bridge on your way over to Lake Helen. There are also 2 on each corner when you go underneath the bridge, when the walkway takes you underneath the bridge. They're no longer there because they were hit by the machine that clears, that got, one of the railings got, and then they took them out because one of them was not in the right spot. One of them refers to, as you look out over the black, you can see the Black Bridge, which is at the lookout, not under the bridge. So those things were completed and not installed for like 2 years after they were completed. So the people that were installing them, the people in charge didn't realize that there were specific places for those to go. One of them that was removed was about fishing on the Nipigon River. The angling on the Nipigon River and the First Nation guides and all that kind of thing. It's kind of supposed to be sort of overlooking Gapin's Pool in Lake Helen, but it doesn't have to be. From my memory, it doesn't refer specifically, but those are down there. And I know they don't get looked at very much, but hopefully if we get some signage moving people under the bridge and up, more people will go down there, and maybe putting a QR code on there, or even any one of the panels that are already up there, some of the historical panels. I don't think, I mean, we could check with the partners that helped with that, but the MTO, from my memory, paid for those. And if you have a little decal with a QR code that says, come to our museum to, you know, see our history come to life on both of those historical panels, I think that would work. I don't think we need another panel up there. That's just my honest to God opinion. It's chock full.
We discussed that a year or so ago,
Mhm.
too, about overcrowding the panels
Yeah.
up there.
And I think it's at its limit right now. And it's great because but there's literally no room up there anymore for anything else. So yeah, there's already stuff down there. Maybe it might be worth a call to, I know it's really difficult to get a hold of people at the MTO, and I don't know, I think we might have a community contact there or something.
We do.
Okay, so if you can find out where those panels went, if they plan on reinstalling them at the corners under the bridge, that has your fishing information on it. And there's only so much you can fit on a panel like that when it's got a couple languages. So there's not a lot of information, but you can also put the QR code for the museum on that one too. And I'm sure they would let you do that. You'd probably have to ask just to be sure, and ask the partners too. I think that'd be okay.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah. Now that one's complete. Just kidding. Check that box. Okay. Oh, and I did have an idea, and I think I might have told you about this, but I know we have like lots of video stuff happening at the museum. With the Nipigon, what's the name of it again? Nipigon narrations. And if we happen to are able to screen the documentary that was screened in Thunder Bay recently. But I wonder if we can set up a little corner of the museum that could be like a little theater with like even 4 chairs or something, and like a dark, like, you know, the dark curtain that we have at the arena that cuts out the, it's like a big dark theater curtain, like that maybe goes around like a round shower curtain or something, and then people can put on headphones and watch stuff. You could even have like I don't know, like a smart screen that people could have their own things and hook up to a Bluetooth or something, just to have like a little nook where you can watch, because I think right now it's kind of in the open at the back there, if I'm not mistaken, with the TV, and it's kind of playing all the time, and people just kind of go by because you're not focused on it.
Yeah.
But if it's like people can come in and watch in the little nook.
I love the theater idea.
Yeah, you like
It's
that?
awesome, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I think those are really well done. So it would be nice to have a little area to showcase them. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. Okay, so now we're done. Now, any other business?
Okay.
Go for it.
In regards to the dump cards, do we have to come in and get them, or can we send them out with the tax bills maybe in February or something?
I think they,
It was initially,
go ahead.
sorry,
Sorry.
I thought I would jump
I
in.
forgot you were there.
It was initially, it was initially posted on the website that they are available, and on Facebook that they are available for pickup at the town office. But of course, and many people have been coming in and picking them up. But definitely, if people needed accommodations, we could mail them out. You know, if they reached out to the info@nippigan.net, we would be more than happy to accommodate that. I could even potentially just update the initial post that we put out on Facebook just to say, you know, if you haven't gotten it yet and you do need accommodation, just reach out and we will make sure that we get them the copy.
How many, like, do you know how percentage wise, how many have been distributed already, Taylor, like offhand?
I don't know offhand, but I could potentially get a number.
Sure. Yeah, maybe just for our next council meeting as part of your report for an update.
Yeah.
That would be great. And then, yeah, I think another post saying if you would like your card mailed to you. And as you suggested, maybe in the next tax.
I just thought
bill.
the taxes, because then it doesn't really cost anymore.
Yeah.
And then all the taxpayers would get one.
Yeah, and postage is so.
Just
expensive.
posting things on Facebook and the internet don't do anything.
Yeah.
Like they're very, it's your word of mouth after the fact that
Mhm.
catches more than what
Yeah.
the original post was. So.
We could also put a poster up at Secner's, put a poster up in here, put like a physical poster.
Mm.
Yeah.
As well as posting it on our website, that we have to think of the triumvirate, the social media, the website and paper. So, posters physical and then post on website, post on social media. And, well, yeah, we'll see if we get more uptake with that. And a lot of people don't even use the dump, to tell you. the truth.
No, right.
I think I picked mine up and I used it once. Like
keep on
I've gone to
forgetting.
the
Yeah.
dump once, I don't go, so. But so that might be it, that some of those people just never
Never go, right?
aren't even aware because they never use it, right?
Yeah.
So. Okay,
Okay, I have one more thing.
one more, yeah.
And along the same lines, the recycling, you see, we got a lot of carts this week, or maybe even the week before. I got mine this week.
Yeah.
Seems to be lots of positive notes, couple negative notes. You know, I think there's I'm hearing a lot of happy people.
Yeah, yeah.
Some people are,
It definitely outweighs the negative end.
Yeah. but my question would be, can we put out some kind of a paper version of what can be recycled?
It's
Like
in the
instead,
newspaper this week.
is it?
And
Okay,
also
all
that
this.
pamphlet, like, did you see the pamphlet?
Yeah, I
on
saw
your
it.
thing? So that's
Yeah.
all there, pretty much, like, everything that you can think of, pretty much, that can be, like,
Mhm.
what I did was I just opened it to that page and put it on my fridge.
right, okay.
Until you get used to it.
Mhm.
Like, there's so many more things that you can recycle now, it's incredible,
yeah.
like chip bags and the foam trays and it's glass, it's awesome.
I was just thinking if we did put something like that out, you can put, you know, the cleanup days on it, leaf days, or if we're gonna have that, you know.
Yeah. Maybe we
Hazardous
can
Um,
put that,
Yeah, I'm working on something like that, similar to kind of like what we have in the city of Thunder Bay, kind of, you know what I mean? A little calendar that shows the days of, your garbage collection
Yeah,
and then also, recycle days, dates that the landfill will be closed in 2026, garbage collection changes, due to stat
yeah. The
holidays
City
and
of
things
Thunder
like
Bay
that.
has a fairly good one, and it spells it out, you
Yeah.
know, what's,
so both sides of
yeah,
like an 8.5 by
and a little
11
bit
or
at the
something like
bottom
that.
about what you can actually recycle.
Yeah.
You know, like, more defined, I guess, to say, well, yes, we do take waxed, milk cartons and stuff like that, because some, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was hoping if you're working on that, Taylor, that's awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great.
'Cause I don't know, I think a lot of people still like the fridge thing, right?
Yeah,
Or it's practical.
especially
right?
when there's a bunch of people in the house that
Mhm,
ask
yeah.
the same questions all the time.
Okay.
Like, are we putting there what? And those, yeah, they look like they're cumbersome, but they're actually not, like, they have huge wheels, like, I can see when people are thinking of taking them up and down their steps, but I think, Taylor, it's something that we're gonna have to work out with the plow guys and stuff, like where people on places like McCurdy, where people should be leaving their recycled, because they're gonna have to leave them down on the street probably permanently. right? Because they're not gonna be able to drag those things up and down those stairs, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work for those
Mhm.
people.
Some areas of town are gonna be challenged.
It's gonna be a challenge for sure, so if any staff have any ideas or thoughts on how those folks, and even at the top of Green Mantle too, how those folks will be able to manage, dealing with those, pins.
Some of the garbage cans, they all have to bring down
Mhm.
to where it was, and these are a little bit more cumbersome,
Yeah,
but there are the wheels, and
they're big wheels
I did
too.
look at it again, and it looks like they're stair climbing wheels almost.
Yeah.
They stick out the back a little bit where you can,
Yeah, pretty
it's still
sturdy.
fairly big and fairly heavy for,
I think younger
some
people
people.
would be able to do it, but I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that maybe some elderly people might need some assistance in figuring something
so
out.
there'll be some growing pains with some of that,
Yeah.
and figuring everything out.
Yeah, and there was in Thunder Bay too.
Mhm.
There was a lot of,
Everywhere they implement
screaming
them,
about
there's
it.
always-
yeah, but I think this is good. Like, they're not only, like, I was thinking today too, like, not only our landfill, but like, there's gonna be less garbage for people to deal with. So like, you're gonna be using less garbage bags, cause those recycle, they don't take bags. So you're gonna be using, everything that we can save in our pocketbook now, right, is good. So like, you're buying less garbage bags, so,
So we are gonna do some kind of a little calendar then, like,
sounds like it, yeah.
okay, I think, that would be great. I think a lot of people would appreciate that, and.
Yeah, we've
it
made a
would-
lot
it
of
would-
changes,
It would
like-
help with the.
They're all
uptake.
good changes, but we've made a lot, and then also a reminder, people that, aren't, people that are residents will be getting these, but people that, know people that maybe they have a camp next door to them and they're from Thunder Bay, just,
Mhm.
so that people know, remind their neighbor out at Polly Lake or whatever, that they can't, as of January 1st, they're not gonna be bringing their stuff down to our landfill, all that kind of stuff is great.
It'd be a good knowledge thing and something to put up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, that's it for me.
Thanks,
Just
Taylor.
add a couple comments. The first, we don't know exactly how the program is going to be administered and delivered, because it's not by us.
Mhm.
So we'll probably get direction, if not to us, then to residents, on how the bids have to be presented at the street.
They have something in the pamphlet
Okay.
about.
And then we'll see what kind of flexibility and discretion the operators have.
Yeah.
I did touch base, with the operators today about some of the back lane. That's where the residential waste gets picked up. As I understand the agreement, that's where the recycling needs to be picked up too. I don't think it was communicated, so,
Okay,
they will be getting back to us. Taylor and I also discussed, probably won't be able to get good data, but at least get impressions from staff on recycling usage in the first couple of weeks for the next meeting, so we have a sense of what the participation rate is. If we're seeing any noticeable diversion, is there less waste out there, and then we can continue to promote the program, even though it's not ours, it's one that does save valuable space in the dump.
Mhm.
And it's just generally good,
Yeah.
to the extent that it does get recycled. So we can promote the program, but I think we need to be clear that it's not ours. So we can't make any promises about how it's going to be delivered, what kind of discretion the operators might have. So, and then these will all be bugs and kinks that will get worked out over the first.
Yeah, it's not gonna be perfect in the first month,
No.
we'll put it that way, so, yeah, if there's patients, don't start screaming at our staff, because our staff have no control over it. The best thing we can do is, once we get information, is we share it,
Yeah.
right? So that's what we'll be doing.
Yeah, and we don't really know the nature of the relationship we'll have with the operators, if they're going to be involving us in decision making, or if they're just carrying it out, so.
Yeah, did you have something else?
Yeah, it's going to be weekly. It says like to go to,
I think it's supposed to
Sir,
be
I
weekly.
went there and I didn't find it.
On the pamphlet, I thought it said Tuesdays and Fridays,
Yeah, I just thought
Which
maybe
is the same
only
as ours?
every 2 weeks, I wasn't sure.
probably I know in Thunder Bay it's every week.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just matches whatever curbside.
Oh, okay.
Household
So
waste.
on Friday, then
Yeah.
that'd be recycle day too then.
Yeah.
So
every
there's
day
big
you're-
bins to fill for an average
Yeah.
small family or a couple people.
They may need skis, set wheels for the winter time.
That's right.
Okay,
You're
that's
good?
good, yeah.
Okay. Counselor Cartwright, do you have anything?
No, never got. Most of the people that I've talked to are really excited about it too.
Yeah, that's good.
It's all good feedback. They're like, I get one, I don't have to pay for it. They're all like, really, this is, yeah, so.
Yeah, that's awesome. Counselor Hart.
Good. Okay, what did I have here?
Okay, speaking about recycling, I just wanted to remind everybody that we are continuing to have our recycle depot right now where it currently is for people that do not get garbage pickup, and commercial businesses, they can still recycle there. And also we still have in town the two places, which is at a recycle depot and at Zeckner's, where you can drop your aluminum cans, your pop cans for the Rotary Club. That will continue as far as I understand. So people can separate their pop cans in a different bag or whatever and not in the bins if they would like to still do that for Rotary. And also, as far as I know, the Elks will continue, the Elks hockey, minor hockey will continue their bottle and their alcohol cans and bottle collection at our recycle depot. And so again, if you want to continue doing that, then yeah, you can continue doing that. So, and then if we end up selling that property for some reason, then it'll move somewhere else, but we still will be.
I think we need a depot one way or another.
We will
Yeah.
continue with having a depot, yeah.
I think Thunder Bay is finding that out right now. There's only gonna do one. Now they're looking for a budget consideration. to
Yeah.
keep Some of the depots open.
Yeah, and we did sign off on an agreement with Circular that we were gonna provide a space for that, so. Remind everybody, we do have an emergency tabletop session on Thursday morning. Hopefully we are still able to do that with the snow storm coming. But if you are attending, you would have received an invitation already, so yeah, same thing that we do every year. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything. Oh, I think I might have forgot to say this when we were talking about our senior snow removal pilot, is to make sure that we do have paper forms at the municipal office and the library and the Silver Club.
Okay.
If that's possible, that would be great. Oh, and I think that's it. Yes, that's it. Okay. Thank you, everybody. We're gonna go into closed session now. It is 7:45. So who's going to move this resolution to go into closed?
I will.
You will move. Okay, Counselor Hart, seconded by
I'll second it.
Counselor Harper. All in, moved by Counselor Hart, seconded by Counselor Hart. Go down to that. There you go.
Got it down.
Hey.
Bree's
All right.
gonna be so proud.
Little victory, yeah, she'll give you a gold star. Okay, so we're coming back out into open session at 8:04 PM. Can I have a mover for this resolution, please? Counselor Harper, and a seconder, Counselor Hart. Resolution 2025-288, moved by Counselor Harper, seconded by Counselor Hart. Be it resolved that this meeting resolves into open session at 8:05 PM. And can we have, Counselor Hart, can you open the doors for us, please? Thank you. All in favor? Opposed? And carried. Thank you. Okay, so we have that the CEO is authorized to proceed as directed in the closed session. Who would like to move this one? Counselor Cartwright, seconded by Counselor Harper. Resolution 2025-289, moved by Counselor Cartwright, seconded by Counselor Harper. Be it resolved that the Chief Administrative Officer is authorized to proceed as directed in the in-camera closed session. All in favor? Opposed? And carried. And then we have the report, Township of Nipigon in-camera session report for Wednesday, December 16th. council reports receiving an offer to lease a portion of township-owned lands and instructing the CEO to seek a legal review of the proposal and if deemed satisfactory to negotiate terms of the agreement. Okay, and then we have the bylaw confirming the actions of the meetings held prior to today. Who would like to move this? Counselor Cartwright, seconded by Counselor Harper. Resolution 2025-290, moved by Counselor Cartwright, seconded by Counselor Harper. Be it resolved that this council gives 3 readings and approves bylaw number 2013, being a bylaw to confirm the actions of the meetings held on and prior to December 16th, 2025. All in favor? Opposed? And carried. And then to close the meeting, adjourn the meeting, who would like to move this one? Counselor Harper, seconded by Counselor Hart. Resolution 2025-291, moved by Counselor Harper, seconded by Counselor Hart, that this meeting adjourns at 8:07 PM to meet on January 13th, 2026 for the next regular meeting or at the call of the mayor. All in favor? Opposed? And carried. Okay, thank you, everybody, and a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to all of you too.
Oh, we forgot to say that in any other business. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Humbug.
It's a humbug.
Yes,
Happy
what is
Hanukkah.
it, 9 days?